got so much going on.
A lot.
You got a lot going on. Easter Sunday is out this Friday.
Yes.
In theaters.
Unbelievable.
This is a big deal. Your Funny is Funny World Tour selling out arenas.
I know. It's crazy. Even saying it.
How is that for you doing arenas?
You got to bring the energy up. It's not like a club, you know what I mean? I'm used to coffee houses and just telling jokes, but now it's like, you got to look up to Section 300. They really think I'm talking to them, but I'm not. But
yeah, but it's a lot of
people. It feels good.
Yeah.
I even point, and they're like, me? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 18,000 people. If you go to joecoy.com for more ticket info, who was your comedy influences when you started, when you were growing up?
I mean, of course, it's going to be Richard Pryor on the tapes, and then when I got HBO for free, like on a weekend, that's what Broke People did back in the 80s for all you young kids that don't know what that is.
Yeah.
You remember when they would give free HBO on the weekend?
We got HBO this weekend?
It's like, what? Where's the tape?
Cool.
Let me record everything.
Everything.
Yeah. You remember you would break the little square tab?
Yeah.
Remember? It'd
and
be
then
like,
if you want to tape over, you had to put Scotch tape over the tab.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And I recorded Delirious, and I would watch that probably a million times. I fell in love with Aunt Bunny and Uncle Gus and Mom with the bionic ear, all that. I was like, that's my family.
Wow.
And literally got to see him perform when I was 15.
Really?
Yeah, I saw
your
him.
parents took you?
Nope. Okay, here's another thing for you young kids out there. We didn't have the internet. Ticketmaster was actually a little kiosk inside of a department store, and you had to phone your phone call in. You had to buy it online with the credit card, and then they left it up the person selling it to figure out if that was really you that owned the credit card just by your voice.
Wow.
So I was 15, and I used my mom's voice. There was no way they could tell. There was no way they would. I'd like 2 tickets to the Eddie Murphy comedy show, please. And I swear, this is not even a lie, Jimmy. And then they were like, okay, well, what kind of seats would you like? The best money can buy, please. And literally, I got tickets to see Eddie Murphy Raw at the Seattle Coliseum. And I remember my mom driving me because we lived in Tacoma, and she thought it was a movie, and it was me and my best friend at the time, and we were driving. She's like, this is a long way for a movie. 1 hour, you couldn't get a theater closer to the house? And then dropped me off, and she was like, this is a concert, oh my God. Because there was no cell phone, so she had to drive around for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You better be out here in 2 hours.
I'm at it.
Swear. That's how it went down.
But here's the best part. Here we are, was it 35 years later?
35 years later.
And you yourself have played that arena.
Yeah.
So look at that. The Climate Pledge Arena.
When I was, Eddie was sitting here, and Eddie was on stage here, and I was sitting right there. And before that show started, I took my son, and we sat in the same exact seats where I sat and saw Eddie.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's the greatest.
Yeah. I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it right now.
It's the best. Well, I mean, it's such a fun ride to do all this. I mean, because you remember starting out. I mean, when did you start doing stand-up?
I started in 1989.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Oh, the worst. I had baby hair. I had a little Asian baby hair, and I let it grow for like 2 weeks, and I used this mascara because it was at a bar. The bar's still there. It's on Tropicana and Eastern. I swear.
You use mascara in your wispy mustache?
Yeah, it's so wispy too. It was so wispy. Yeah, like when the doors open, my mustache opened too. It would open and go hello, and then close. It was so bad. And I remember darkening it and going to this bar. I was like 18, 19, and I remember don't order a drink because they might ask for your ID. And I went up and I bombed. I bombed so bad. All I could talk about was, I think, condoms. I thought that was edgy. I was like 18 years old and buying. No one laughed at the condom joke. The guy before me was like a Lionel Richie impersonator. He crushes it. Yeah, I lost to a Lionel Richie impersonator. Yeah. And when I was on stage while I was bombing, my mouth got dry, and my tongue started sticking to the roof of my mouth. And I started talking about it. I was like, hey, you ever, your mouth gets so dry it sticks to the roof of your mouth? And this lady at the bar goes, put a condom on it. and crushes with the joke I bombed with. I was like,
that's when you know it's bad.
humiliating. It's like, how did it work for you? I wrote it.
Yeah, it's good delivery right there.
Yes. And then the Lionel Richie guy was like, hey man, you were bad tonight, but you got good stage presence. I'm like, thanks. But thank God he said it, because if he didn't say that, I probably would have just had a really nice mustache. Right
Yeah.
now.
Look at you now. Look at you now selling out arenas. Come on, buddy. Funny as funny. Come on, bud. I want to talk about your movie.
Yes.
This is a big deal. This is in theaters this Friday. It's called Easter Sunday.
Unbelievable.
Tell the story, if you can, how I'll set you up, but how is Steven Spielberg involved in your life? And
This is nuts.
It's great.
So my special came out on Netflix. It's called Coming In Hot, and we get a call from Amblin, and Amblin's like, "Hey, we want a meeting." So I thought it was
Steven's,
a general.
yeah.
I thought it was it's Steven's company. I call him Steven.
Since when?
Hey, Steve.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Come on, buddy.
So good.
Thank you, David.
When I have an email and I'm gonna frame it. It's amazing. But what happened was they brought me in for. That was so good. I'm crying right now. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
So he sees your special.
Why'd you have to call me?
I don't know. I didn't plan on that. I didn't plan. Sorry.
So we get the call. Okay, all right, stop. Okay,
stop.
so we get the call, and I think it's a general, and we go in, and literally, it's me and my manager, and it's like every other person that's walking up to you is like, Steven can't stop talking about you. Steven loves your comedy. Steven thinks you're so funny. Like, literally, Steven. We get to the meeting, Holly and Jeb's in the meeting, and they're like, Steven loves your comedy, and I'm like, I stop them, and I'm like, look, are we talking about Steven from accounting? Because there's no way you're talking about E.T.
Yeah,
Steven.
the one and
they were
only.
like, no, it's Steven, and they're like, he's been telling everyone to watch your special, and he loves you, and he wants to make a movie with you, and what movie idea do you have? And I pitched Easter Sunday in the room. They bought it in the room, and then literally we went to lunch. It's crazy. We went to lunch, and like even then we're like, okay, this isn't gonna happen. And then we go to lunch, and then Holly calls and like, all right, we're making moves right now. We're gonna find for a writer. We're gonna start looking for your director. And I'm like, what? And then the pandemic hit. Everything shut down. I'm like, oh, there we go. Yeah, here goes that dream. That's not gonna happen. And they didn't care. They're like, when something opens up, we're gonna make this movie. And Vancouver opened up, and right away, he made the movie. Yeah.
8 months later.
8 months later.
You got a great director, Jay
Chandrasekhar.
Jay Chandrasekhar is one of the funniest dudes out there.
And I was with him last night, and he said he wanted me to tell you that he loves you so much.
I love that dude, man. He's one of the funniest dudes ever, man.
Incredible.
What a great story. You're making some history here. Tell everyone what Easter Sunday is all about.
Well, it's a family. It's my family. It's like, yeah, we're Filipino, and it's specifically Filipino, but it's not specific. You know what I mean? It's people that we live with. We're all in here right now. We're hanging out.
Yeah.
The lights are off. We're all the same color.
Yeah.
You turn the lights on, all of a sudden we're separate, and it doesn't make sense. So that's what this story's about. It's just a story about a family that happens to be Filipino, and we're gonna laugh about it, we're gonna cry, we're gonna enjoy their pain, and we're gonna enjoy their joy, and you're gonna realize that a mother is a mother, a son is a son, and a family is a family, no matter what you are. So.
That's great. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Joe Coy and Tiffany Haddish in Easter Sunday. Take a look at this.
License and registration. Joe? Is that Joe?
Vanessa.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, you're a cop now?
Yeah, have been for the last 10 years. You would have known that if you wouldn't have ghosted me the way you did.
Yeah.
And this your dad?
Yeah.
You know, me and your daddy, we used to be real intimate back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could have been your mama. But clearly I'm not. Yeah. Joe Valencia.
Yes.
I can't believe it. In a Subaru at that. What happened? You just gave up, huh? You know, when I saw the Subaru, I was thinking to myself, oh, there gotta be two ladies in a Labradoodle. But nope, it's you, Joe.
Yeah, it's me.
It's you, Joe.
It's me, Vanessa.
Get the hell out the car.
That's exactly right. Joe Coy, everybody. Easter Sunday is in theaters this Friday. Hey.